Okay, now we're getting into Set Me Free Part 2, which obviously considering I know exactly how like loud and like crazy the instrumentals for this one is, it's very ironic, not gonna lie, going from Alone to then this. Let's just do it, let's go. Finally freed up to all we've just read. Finally free. Set me free. God, after everything we've just listened to, this is different. So different. Let's get out of my way. Shut the fuck up, I'm on my way. Prime time. There's an anger, but it's like a different anger. It's like a confident anger. Now set me free. Set me free. Yeah, the anger in Set Me Free Part 2 that I'm getting, it's not a anger we had in Face Off. It's this very specific tone of anger that's like just determination. Like it's that very strange blurred line between you're so determined it could almost be mistaken for like being angry. Like you're so determined to pick yourself up, and not just out of obligation of others, but like genuinely for yourself, to pick yourself up, to do better for yourself, to get yourself back to a place that you're genuinely happy, that you're genuinely living the way you want to be living, not under anybody else's expectations or rules or restrictions or whatever, but just your own genuine happiness. Set Me Free Part 2 has that like strange blend of determination that could be taken ever so slightly as anger, is the best way I could describe it. But wow, holy shit, you know, look at the lyrics of Face Off. Face Off being like that kind of precipice moment of, you know, the inner demons attack, and it's right before you grab the drinks and just chug them down. And then interlude is definitely that. Production-wise, the moment of you're just drinking and then you're getting drunk, but then you have the sound effects that's like, you know, post Busan concert, and you know, went back to the hotel room, and probably was reflecting the true story of, in that moment, him just straight away going for whatever drink he was having. And then Alone kind of, you know, expands what Interlude Dive was sonically telling us. And then Set Me Free is so unexpected, actually, in the whole entirety of the song, especially with mostly the sound, because everything else has been quite heavy and mysterious, but then Set Me Free is just very like loud and open and crazy. Alrighty, now we're gonna get into Like Crazy English version. Yeah, that movie snippet is very interesting in conceptual context. Interesting choice.
Listening, don't know who they are. I'm trying to take the pressure off. Been reaching for the stars. And tell me, will I find myself again when I go too far again? I know, you know, I know. I'd rather be lost in the lights, lost in the lights. I'm out of my mind. Can you help me numb the pain?
Numb the pain. I completely lip-synced the wrong lyrics, lol. Good night. You know, I actually thought of this. I don't know if he could, but there's a chance that he couldn't even go to an actual club to, like, obviously without doing anything illegal, blow up steam, because I don't know, maybe he can and he wouldn't have any kind of, you know, concerns about it as far as like a potential scandal, right? Not like a sexual scandal, but just like a he's out of the club scandal. I don't know if he could, maybe he could, I don't know, but it occurred to me that, you know, the song alone focuses on how he feels in a room alone, whether it's a hotel room, his own room, whatever. And you have the MV for Like Crazy, him at a club. And I was thinking, you know, if in the scenario that he couldn't actually go to a club, that's why he just goes home and is alone at home with the drinks. Because, you know, theoretically speaking, he couldn't even go to a club because he could then run the risk of some kind of, you know, scandal happening with K-Media. Even if he was completely doing anything innocent and was literally just drinking, you know, it could still be spun in a bad way. So he couldn't even have that freedom of going to a club and just having a, you know, fun night. Instead, he just have to go home where, you know, in the public's eye, he's safe from scandal, but in his own eyes, it's technically worse. So, the sincere though, damn. Emotions on ice, damn. What a line. It's gonna be a good night. That bit in lyrics hurts. I need a way we can dream on. Jimin!
What's the point?
Freaking hell, the lyrics feel like crazy. Oh my god. Alrighty, so that is, the main release stuff. Now let's get into Letter. I am very goddamn nervous for Letter because everybody has been raving about how much that song hurts like hell. Don't know how, don't know why. We're about to find out, but let's take a listen. I am so nervous for this one. Alrighty, so quick little preface about it. Pt.2 Letter is a hidden track on Face by BTS Jimin, like the past hidden tracks by the RC on the album Love Yourself Her, and Gil Path on Too Cool for School. I did not know there was a track called Path from their debut album. Huh. Hidden tracks can be officially listened to on this physical albums and on stream sites. However, replays might be available on sites. Okay, literally that preface is just explaining what a hidden track is. Okay, yeah, let's get into it. Can you play? Here we go. It doesn't sound like hot. Oh god. That makes me really nervous. The desert could become the sea. Is this about BTS? I feel like it is.
걱정하지 마.
Yeah, okay, ow. Big ow. Alright, so at the bottom of Cell's website page, they've got notes. So the Guson Negilojo, save me, I need your blood before I fall. Give me your hand, save me, I need your blood before I fall. So lyrically referencing save me. The second reference is the Wings tour, the final Soul Slogan manner, based on the lyrics of Sea. If we are together, even the desert becomes a sea. The third reference is Permission to Dance in Soul Slogan manner, based on the lyrics of Spring Day. Past the end of the cold winter, since we are meeting in the spring. So yeah, I think, yeah, my suspicion that this was like a letter to BTS, but also to ARMY was definitely right. Oh, man. So I do know that this whole entire album is talking about, as he did say, literally the years of pandemic, 2020, 2021, kind of 2022 a little bit. God damn. Oh, the way those years just fucked us up. God damn. God, screw you, COVID. This bit here, baby don't leave, just stay next to me, to you who saw me, who was tiny as someone big, so that I can give back as much as I've received, so that I can keep the words I've said. Don't worry, just stay next to you, since we don't know what kind of days await us. It's scary, but feels afraid, but don't forget we are always together. Oh, man. This EP though, damn. I wanted to look at this. I saved this to Twitter. It's this kind of fan theory post, I guess. You have Face Off, that's confrontation, trying to get rid of traces he doesn't accept in himself. Dive into dreams. Like crazy, escapism, choosing to stay in the dream even if it breaks him, avoiding to see reality. Alone. Continuing the theme, trying to run away, feeling the loneliness. But did he possibly wake up from the dream? Most likely, I think so. Semi Free Part 2, accepting the truth of himself, confronting himself. It's such a small project, but it has like big emotional impact for sure. Yeah, wow, it's fascinating and heartbreaking, but hopeful. Like, even though the last track is Like Crazy English version, that's more of a just like quote unquote commercial benefit. Well, I don't know, there could be many different reasons why an English version is on an album, but the real like official conclusion is Set Me Free Part 2, but then the final conclusion is Letter. Damn, this is an EP that you really gotta sit with, reread lyrics without pauses, and just like go through the whole thing without stopping to like understand the full like emotions of it. But yeah, it's heartbreaking but also quite fascinating that both Namjoon and Jimin had very similar experiences, let's say, of loneliness. Like literally, in a hotel room or in their own room, just at home, unsuspectingly just attacked by inner demons. Hobie did also kind of have that, but I feel like his was a little bit different because he didn't necessarily have a song that reflected on being in a room and just being like, attacked by the inner demons. He did have the song, which song was it? Safety Zone, I guess? That, well, both What If and Safety Zone had those tones that is in like this wavelength, but Namjoon and Jimin definitely have like a closer paralleling storyline as far as like being alone in your room, literally trying to drink problems away. Not in like a alcoholism type of way, obviously, but just wanting to get drunk just to feel some ease. And Yeah, I do get that feeling a lot. I've definitely got my lovely fair share of inner demons, which, strangely enough, like the inner demons that I had when I was a teen are very different than what I have now. When I was a teen, the demons were like kind of more external, so to speak. And now, in my early 20s, and I'm now very recently, like literally like last week, turned 23. It's crazy the flip of what inner demons I'm now dealing with, like anxiety, possible depression, and feeling like I'm running out of time to do, like, to get my life where I would like desire it to be, but also constantly trying to remind myself you have plenty of time, you have your whole life ahead of you, there's no rushing things. But somehow I always feel like I'm running out of time. Like, I'm a type that has never liked the idea of getting drunk, and I don't know, just I've always had this notion of I don't like the idea of drunkenness. Like tipsy, like really tipsy, I don't really care. Like I've been tipsy. Um just the idea of like being full on drunk, just I don't like it because when you're drunk, you have a lot less control of your actions, of your words, and it's a lot harder to control what's happening around you. But yeah, what Jimin is talking about in this album, I resonate with very strongly. Like, I've mentioned this before when like the topic has come up in past videos, but I am very often in my room and I'm very often fighting off my own inner demons. And I know that, when I'm out of the house, when I'm going on some kind of like little adventure or just doing something very simple, like because I am out of my head, I am focusing on something that's not in my head, I'm a lot happier, I'm a lot more energized, and I feel better. But say if I spend a straight week at home in my room, like my hours are upside down, I'm sleeping throughout the day, I'm up all night. It's a very vicious cycle that I've dealt with for like years, like literal years. Just feeling constantly like shit. And sometimes I only like would drink white wine, or if we have something else, some other like as I call fun drink, like a mixed drink. Um, Sometimes I might do that, but like I'm not a heavy drinker at all. I'm far from being a heavy drinker. Like I tend to get bored of drinks before I can even get drunk. So, um, in my own experience, I spend more time just trying to fight off my own inner demons, or I just watch something on Netflix, or I watch some kind of BTS related thing or TXT related thing. It's most likely going to be a TXT related thing, like to do, or YouTube videos, or I don't know, something that just takes my mind off of what I'm feeling. So, that escapism. And then sometimes, not necessarily if it's really bad, but more of just if I can be bothered, is when, like, I will, I don't know, see what drink we may have. It's usually like a white wine and maybe like have that. I don't know. Our at home selection of drinks is not really that vast. It's not really that fun, to be honest. So even if I wanted to like have one drink or something, I couldn't because what we usually have, I'm like not into. So, point being, I heavily relate to the story that Jimin is talking about. Obviously, not to the same degree that he is, because obviously, very, very, very different lives. The point of these solo albums has been a reflection of their stories, but also here's our stories that you can relate to. And literally, all three of them, Jack in the Box, Indigo, and now Face, everybody can relate to. As heartbreaking as it is, it's also that ironic comfort, like, you can relate to this. Because just like us ARMY, BTS also do go through these feelings of highs and lows. And it's the most ironic but comforting thing to know that these guys that are on top of the world feel these darker human feelings and are now brave enough and ready to share with us through the classic medium that they have always chosen, which is music. So yeah, wow, like a lot of ow, but also a lot of oh, beautiful, heartbreaking, fascinating, unique for sure. As far as like a favorite song, I don't know. Like I feel like you can't really pick one per se, because I don't know. I don't think I can pick one really. Yeah, no, I don't think I could. Anyways, I shall wrap up here. It's probably a bit of a longer video. Wouldn't surprise me. But yeah. Wow, Face by Jimin is beautiful but hurtful, but also freeing, just as he intended. And, you know, for the experience that it is, I enjoyed it. There's definitely some owl moments. But yeah, I mean, as he did, you know, conclude both in Set Me Free Part 2 and also Letter, you know, he's doing better. That is, you know, the conclusion that he wanted to express was, yeah, these are my dark times that I've had, but I'm doing a lot better and I'm finding my happiness again, which I'm really, really proud of him for. And yeah, alrighty, I shall wrap up here. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button below. Comment below what you thought of this EP, what your favorite track is if you have one, what you thought of what he was telling us and expressing to us. And if there's anything else you want to comment below, go right ahead. Don't forget to subscribe as well as turn the notification bell and set it to all, and also check out my Patreon, which is linked on the screen or down below. And I will see you guys in the next one. Annyeong!